Hello. Once again, this is Kevin's Point of View. Obviously, I'm Kevin. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hope you're experiencing a magnificent moment with me. I decided to do something new. At the beginning of each one of my videos, I'm going to give you a little breakdown on who I am, just in case this is your first time viewing one of my videos. First of all, my name is Kevin. I'm visually impaired. Ever since December the 11th, 2013, I have been visually impaired. I lost my sight on December the 11th, 2013 due to prolonged neglect of excessively high blood pressure. Yes, you heard that correctly. My blood pressure got away from me and I lost my sight because of it. This series of videos is to document my my loss of sight, how I got to where I am now, and my continuing to live with sight loss. Life does not stop. I said continue to live with sight loss. Every day above ground is a magnificent moment. Do not waste it. Now that we got the introductions out the way, this is the part 2 to my series this is part 2 to the video I made about emotions. My lovely wife is going to read me about 4 or 5 questions. That is the lovely voice you will be hearing right now. Hey, baby.
Hey, when you lash out for what I think is no reason, what does that mean?
When I'm lashing out, now I'm not speaking for all visually impaired people. I'm speaking for myself. But if it applies, then it applies. When I'm lashing out, I'm really not really lashing out. That's too harsh of a word. I'm really responding to a multitude of things at one time running through my head. And it may come off as lashing out, but that's not really what's going on. On the inside, I may be dealing with a myriad, if you will, of different emotions, and some emotions are stronger than others, and it may be at the same time I'm thinking about that when you ask me a question. So it's not so much I'm lashing out at you as I'm having some internal issues right now, and I'm trying to balance everything with what's happening here and what's happening inside. That's about it.
How do I know when you're having a bad moment?
When I'm having a bad moment, more than likely my expression will change. I'm not one to do a whole lot of smiling, but if I'm having a happy moment and then all of a sudden it changes, my lips start moving, I'm focusing on some ugly event that happened in my past. That has a tendency to change my mood in a very harsh manner. So instead of taking it out on you, I more likely internalize the trauma, the issue that I'm dealing with, and that's really what changed me from happy to Mr. Jekyll or whatever. Yeah.
What irritates you the most about sighted people?
When when I'm actually trying to do something, accomplish something, whatever it is, I'm carrying something, I'm bending over to pick something up, or I'm walking somewhere, or whatever I'm doing, I'm doing it. When sighted people take it from me and just do it, that really irritates me, because to help me is to ask me, Can I help you with that? To take it and just do it is called bullying. And if you if you bully me, I'm gonna use my words correctly here. If you bully me, you will receive a very harsh response. I don't know what that response may be, but it's going to be harsh because it's going to answer your bullying. Whereas if you were to say, excuse me, it looks as if you're having a problem with that. May I help you, please? Then that's an invite. Then I'll invite you to help me. But if you just take it from me and you just abruptly do it or whatever, that could lead into a very ugly situation.
When you go in the room and close the door, what does that mean?
That means that my mood swing is something that really is going to require a lot of concentration to overcome. So I need to be by myself while I do this. I need to really focus on what's really going on and meditate on it and get a focus to reach my calm, my center. And once I've done that, then we come back to whatever we were dealing with before. But if I go in that room or bathroom or closet or whatever, I really need to be by myself right now. So don't take it personal, but I really need to be by myself.
Last question of the evening. What would you like to say to the sighted to make us understand blindness better?
Basically, for me to really explain it, I would need for you to put a blindfold on, spin it around 10 times, and walk from wherever you are to all four corners of the room that you're in without falling on your face. That's about as close to experiencing what I'm going through as I could possibly. That's about the best example I can give you for what we go through being visually impaired. When we experience mood swings, you see us mumbling to ourselves or whatever. We go in a room or closet or bathroom or whatever. It's not we're trying to get away from you. Is that we need to be by ourselves for a moment. We're dealing with some major issues here, and we don't want to involve you in it because we don't want to hurt your feelings. You don't deserve what we're going through, so we don't want to put you in it. So we do the best we can to pull you out of it. You being our loved ones, and we don't want to hurt your feelings. So my advice to all persons living with, existing with, helping, or however your interaction with a person that's visually impaired, do not take this personal. There's nothing personal against you unless we address you as such. Say, look, I'm talking about you. This is about you. If we don't say that, then it's not about you. We're really dealing with stuff. And it's we're dealing with something, some personal, emotional, some old time emotions, whatever. When you're visually impaired, the last thing you've seen is constantly going through your mind. The last thing you've seen and the very first thing you've seen and everything in between, that's constantly going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And until you learn to control that and get a center on that, those emotions can just run rampant. And that could really be, that could really lead into some really devastating lows, depression, ugly thoughts, and things of that nature. So I highly advise you to seek counsel with those emotions. If you can, seek counsel, talk to someone. If you lost your sight, abruptly, and you was walking around one day and you lost your sight like I did, there's a lot of emotions inside there that really need to be addressed. And if you don't get them addressed, it could turn into something real ugly. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video about emotions. I hope it's been helpful to you. And as always, since I don't have my sight, I will continue my walk by faith. God bless you and keep you. Till next time.